Morning guys, Russ here from Wilson Land and Cattle Company. Today we are going to move the cows home around 1 o'clock, and we'll get a little bit of footage of that. Probably not as much as in the previous video, but there's a lot of things that I want to show you here. When we started grazing, we grazed a cover crop field out on the other side of this woods. We're going to take a look at that because we got it reseeded back for winter cover crops. And then we're going to go down and take a look at the water pump, pull some fence out. What else do we got today? Got quite a bit going on here today, so it's going to be interesting. Anyhow, the cows was been on our lease property for 19 days. Today will be the 19th day. And I wanted to wait until tomorrow to bring them home, but we got a lot of rain coming. So they actually made a lot of mud in this paddock that they're in, and I kind of had a feeling that was going to happen because we had a lot of rain yesterday, and I'm okay with that because we're going to reseed it back. It's not a big deal. So all right, well, let's get her going here. Okay, got them moved here. Like I said, we made some mud here. That's okay. We're going to be seeding it back here probably, I don't know, probably Wednesday or Thursday, maybe Friday. I'm not sure, depending on the weather, how much rain we got coming. I haven't showed the pump working yet. We did a lot of videos on the pump, but I haven't really shown it working. So I thought that I would get it working for you here so you can see how she works. This thing has worked flawlessly for the last 20 days, or 19 days, I guess I should say. And you can see we're at 25.2 volts. It's down. The batteries are down a little bit, but that's pretty much how it is in the mornings, because there's no sunlight and the cow's watering at night. It draws the battery down a little bit. And tonight, whenever I come down here, this here will be around 28 volts. But the cows won't be watering after 1 o'clock today. We're moving them home at 1 o'clock. But I did want to show you how this thing works. Okay, you can see this shaft here moving back and forth. There's a piston up in there, and it pumps water going both ways, and then there's a series of valves here and here. Whenever that water gets pushed up into the system, it pushes those valves. So they're just basically check valves, and then they pop back down. That's basically the working of it. It's a pretty quiet machine. It's been working flawlessly for us. You can see the shaft there going back and forth. mean, it really has done a fantastic job. I wouldn't be afraid to water the cows all summer long with it. Let me turn that back on so you can see it running. See, that baby makes some pressure. And that's not even turned on the whole way. Here's a shot of it working on this direction. Maybe see the piston a little better. Piston's going back and forth in that, I guess that's called the wet end of the piston pump, and there's a piston that slides back and forth, and then it pushes that water up into these other areas, or pushes the water up into the top of the pump, and then there's check valves, like I said, up in there, keep the water from flowing backwards, and it comes over into our pressure tank. And I just opened this up for the first time in, oh, I don't know, 10 or 15 days. And look what I found. Squirrels are building a nest in it already. I guess that's one of the things you have to watch out for. Okay guys, this is the first field that we grazed here at my lease property. And you can see they got most of it. They don't really care for these stalks too much. They're woody and there's a lot of lignin in it. That's okay. They'll fall to the ground and make organic material. As soon as the cows moved off of this, there's, I don't know, 5 acres here, I think. No, 4 acres. And down around about where those apple trees are, it turns into cool season grasses, and then we swing around into cool season grasses. There's an additional 5 acres of cool season grasses, and then we come up into 3 acres of cover crops that we planted. We had a total of 15 days here where the cows have been grazing cover crops. I'm very happy with that, being that last year this entire place, the cows was here for 7 days, and the cows this year have been here for 19 days. And it would actually be 20 days, but we got a lot of rain coming in, so we're going to move them back this afternoon, regardless if they have all the cover crop grazed or not. I'm going to have to stop taking you with me when I do videos because you make too much noise. Anyhow, let's take a look at these cover crops. You can start seeing rows here where it's up. I don't know, it's been planted, I don't know, 7 to 10 days, somewhere around there. You can see little baby rye plants coming up, little clovers. I planted clover with it. Now I don't see, yeah, here's a turnip. We put turnips in here as well. But you can see how nice that looks. And here's this here, I'm gonna guess is a Timothy coming. We'll put Timothy in there with it as well. And anyhow, there's the cover crop. Just kind of updating you guys on how things have been, kind of follow up on some other stuff. With the other cover crops, we had 18 days on the corn. We had close to 20 days in the cover crop field. And then we've had 15 days in here. So the cows have been in cover crops for approximately 55 plus days of grazing. And I'm really happy with that. You say, well, that's an input. Yeah, it is an input. We have less than $500 wrapped up in seed, and if we were to correlate that to the amount of hay that we would have had to buy in its place, we're money ahead. So that's the cover crops. That's the reason we're doing cover crops. Or lie down. Stop barking. That's the reason we do cover crops. It helps us extend our grazing season, and we can do it relatively cheaply. Okay guys, I'm gonna set a fence here to get the cows moved to our back home this afternoon, and this is the field we're bringing them back to. It's a native warm season grass field. there's also a lot of cool seasons in here as well. We've got some asters here, but buttercups, there's clover, there's orchard grass. This here's big blue stem. There's Indian grass. There's a lot of different species in here. Switchgrass, big blue stem. Here's some switchgrass here. We grazed this field 3 times this year so far, and this will make the 4th graze on it. And there's not a lot here. We're just going to blow the cows across here. There's 5.5 acres, but we should be able to have, I don't know, an extra 3 or 4 grazing days by doing this. You know, it doesn't seem like there's enough here to make it worthwhile. Look at that Indian grass seed. If you ever pulled Indian grass, you can just feel the oil in the seed and see how shiny it is there too. But anyhow, we're bringing the cows back to here. I'm just getting everything set up now. We have them petitioned off there. They're probably going to reject a little bit on us when we bring them in here because they've been in clover, or they've been in cover crops. But anyhow, I'm going to be very happy to have my stock tank back. We've been using a 55-gallon Rubbermaid stock tank down at the lease property, just because I can hold a little more water in it. It's less likely the cows move the tank around. So I'll be very happy to have my 55-gallon drum cut in half stock tank. I love this tank. It's really light, easy, portable. What's the matter, Scott? Are you hot already today? Huh? Are you hot already today? Are you? You're a good boy. What? What? Oh, is this you posing, huh? Are you posing? You're a good boy. I know. You know what's up. We're bringing the cows home, huh? You know what's going on. Okay guys, we got the cows home here. A little rough getting started. We had 5 calves get out, popped through the fence, and Emmy didn't hear me. She left the gate open and started with the herd, and if we would have got the herd started and those 5 calves was out, we would have been in a mess. So we had to push the herd back into the holding pen and then get the calves in, and in the process of getting the calves in, another cow and another calf popped out of the fence. So we got them back in, and then finally we got started. It took us about 20 minutes to get going here. It was probably one of the worst moves we've done in a really long time. So anyhow, we got them here. They're here safe and sound. A little stressful, but we got her done. Please subscribe, like, comment, share with a friend, and hit that notification bell. See you later.